Okay, I'm going to show you how I use my phone, my software, and to be able to do all this great video, remove my background, use my podcast mic, things like that. This is how I make my videos. So I start with a program called Ireon. Ireon is a really great webcam software that actually uses your phone's camera, and through the software you can hook it up to your phone either wirelessly or through a cord. And I'm going to show you what that does. So first you're going to download it on your PC. You're going to also download it on your phone. When you end up launching that, it looks something like this, where you will launch the app from your phone. It brings up basically a phone video app, and then you'll be able to then go to the next step, which is actually make sure that you've got all the things that you need to be able to set up your phone to record yourself, especially if you're in front of a computer. So that will be your tripod, and this is the tripod I use, just right in front of my computer screen. I set my phone. It's got a phone holder that I bought for that ability, a cord that runs straight to my PC, USB-C, and then basically you launch the Ireon on the phone. You launch the Ireon on the app, and it brings up something like this on your PC. This is fantastic. It actually, I'm going to move it here just a little bit so I can actually show you the full picture of it. It has some really great options to be able to control your phone's ability. You can mirror your screens back and forth. You can mute. You can adjust any kind of color, or even zoom. You can also pinch zoom if you've got a touch screen, which you should have on your phone, which is super, super nice if you wanted to zoom in on something. And or explain something for yourself. This can also work remotely, so you can actually use with the same Wi-Fi. So long as you're on the same Wi-Fi, set up a second camera, be able to switch back and forth between it on different views. So that's the camera app that only allows you to capture the video itself, bringing it to your computer. Now, here's how I swap up the background. So there is a software program that I run that app through, and it's called NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a hardware and software platform, so you have to have it built into your computer. My PC comes with NVIDIA. A lot of PCs that are Windows operating system do have NVIDIA, especially anything that's got a gaming system. It is typically used for gaming. This is called NVIDIA Broadcast, and you can download that specifically from NVIDIA's website and then be able to use this software. You can see I'm replacing, of course, my background, which is what you've saw at the beginning. And in the process of doing that, you can see that it actually has the ability to, first and foremost, choose the how much you actually want the phone to display when it comes to the actual quality of the stream. And so what's really, really nice about that is your phones are actually quite high quality. And so this is actually displaying and recording at 4K at 60 frames a second. So that's pretty high especially for a phone, and it's already integrated right into it. So that's why I like using my phone. I don't need to get a separate camera for anything. These are ample, way ample for almost any job that you can possibly do, especially until you get into the high level, maybe even top level commercial gang or making an actual movie. You'd want a different level camera. But literally anything else. I use this professionally, just my phone. Of course, my phone is a Samsung S22 Ultra, which is one of the best phones that you can buy for video recording, but it's not out of reach for anybody to be able to get. It's not an elite ridiculous phone that is exclusive. Regular phone will do, even an iPhone especially. Now, for my software, like I mentioned, it's using NVIDIA is a built-in PC software, and you can replace the background with whatever background you'd like. You click this to browse a photo that you've already got on your background. This can actually also do a background removal. It can do an auto frame where it keeps tracking you as well throughout the shot, and it can remove background noise, as well as make a vignette if you just wanted your background to look as if you've got a nice background for yourself. And so I'm using the background replacement. It also has a pretty cool feature where it has eye contact, which switches it to just 1080p. I'm using it 4K, so it's going to have to, it would drop it down, and will put on AI eye tracking software, where it'll actually overlay AI, and you cannot tell the difference. If you want to play around with that, it's pretty good. Now, the only trick is if you're looking down, your eyes will keep flitting back and forth because it's overlaying eyes on top of you. So that might not work. But if you're trying to do a video and you don't want to look off the side screen when you're reading a script, this is a really great software to use. And so I don't know if you actually saw that whole thing since it was kind of covered up. So let me move that over here. And so that's right here, eye contact beta. And of course, it's in beta. So then it also has microphone settings, which I do process my microphone through a noise removal system. The mic has some built-in ones. They're so-so. So this actually works quite well. It removes very good noise and removes some room echo as well. So that is what I recommend highly, is to use NVIDIA Broadcast. If you have that built into your PC, you'll have to take a look. And then obviously you're running both of those simultaneously when you are going to actually replace that background with whatever. So whatever feed you then use, you will select NVIDIA rather than the Irene software. So you'd actually select directly NVIDIA. And then if you wanted to run it into Zoom, if you wanted it to just do a Facebook Live, you could do that. You can also do that through a streaming software platform like Streamlabs. Streamlabs is fantastic. It is for free, and that's the best thing about it. And you can do quite a lot with the software on its own. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and be able to show you what it is that you can do with this streaming software that you may not know just quite how awesome you have the ability to do. So you can build whatever you want into what's called sources, and that's basically where you decide, okay, I want to use this camera, I want this overlay, that kind of thing, and you would just tap this and it gives you a whole suite of options to choose from to be able to see which kinds of things you have. I have a pretty good layout here. You can use a website directly from the browser tab. This would actually be directly coming from a window, and so whatever window you have open, you can have that as a source. And so what you're seeing is me using a window and to be able to use for the showing you the Streamlabs down here. And these are also other things. You can display the whole monitor itself, so whatever's entirely on your screen rather than just a single window. And then, of course, any other sources, like like I said, I showed you some of my video that's directly on my PC. And so when you click that, it actually brings that up, which is pretty nice. Of course, you just import that for each one. So you'd build these out, right, if you wanted to do that. And then whenever you want to switch into them, between them, you could build your scenes, and that's just right over here. So let me click and drag. I got the wrong one on because that's not locked down at the moment. So if I just click and drag and show you scenes, by the way, all these can be locked so that it won't move around on you. Only the ones you want to move around will move when you click on them. And you can actually build in whatever layout you want of these sources and then be able to switch between them. So now it's pretty simple. One click and one click. Of course, I've got all these open at the moment, so I wouldn't do that if I didn't. Real basic stuff here in this process. It is fantastic software. Highly recommend going through this and downloading these links. I'll put these in the description below in the event that you're interested. Again, I'm using a Shure microphone, very good mic, the top podcast quality mic. This is in the top of the line one, so it's like I want to say like close to 200 for this mic. They go, of course, up higher than that. You don't need that high of quality a mic, but since I do a lot of media, that's what I'm using. So I highly recommend iRuin software. It is free for 4K streaming. Fantastic. Then if you have built-in NVIDIA, use that. And then, of course, for Streamlabs is a great option for streaming. Restream, I just recently used as well. Really great. That is a higher price, but because it has a really nice built-in, instead of you having to manually kind of switch in some of these, there's some pre-built scenes that you can kind of easily mix and match. I highly recommend Restream if you want to pay for that service. For 1080p streaming, it's $50 a month. So that's heavy, and just in case you wanted to do a lot of live streaming, then it might be worth it for you. So that is what I actually do for my videos. I'm glad you joined me today. Thanks a lot.